restructuring could be a way forward, but the most important thing is just to find out what is restructuring. Because you can say restructuring, people may be saying restructuring, they may be talking about restructuring their own stomach. You understand what I'm saying? So the most important thing, if you are talking about restructuring, giving the North what due to them, giving the Igbos what due to them, giving the Yorubas what due to them, that's what is restructuring.
There is no country that you can restructure, but it depends on what you refer by restructuring. Here in Nigeria, the political leadership is not working, and so the agitation is that it's not working because the way the country is structured is very, very wrong. Some are arguing that there should be constitutional restructuring, and which is what informed the ongoing constitutional amendment. Some are saying no, restructuring should be holistic. In other words, there should be resource control by the various states, where a state can contribute what it has to the central government without this Leviathan overlordship, this total control of resources by the central government, in which every state now at the end of the month comes to Abuja to collect money and then goes back to the state to share or decide to keep in the cooler for the state executive to do whatever he wishes. And so what people feel that it should be done is that
what we need now exactly is restructuring, where everybody will feel that they belong to this nation. Some persons, some group of persons are really at the helm of affairs, and some regions are saying and are still saying that they are marginalized, and everybody is saying it. Some persons were saying it before, but now we think that is very, very obvious. It's fairly obvious that some regions are marginalized. So if they are calling for restructuring, I think the government should give them that restructuring.
I think restructuring is the way to go. If the nation has to move forward, and if the organs of the nation, that is the different region, has to come together, I think the center has to listen. That is the government of the day has to listen to the yearning of the people so that the nation can actually go forward.
If our leader will bring them, their head to look at the citizen, both the ones that are less privileged, every citizen, if they will put them into consideration and put things in order for every citizen to, benefit something from, let me say, national cake. I believe it will help in the restructuring.
But I believe personally, when we restructure along this line, it gives room for what? Competitiveness. It gives room for what? Broad and general development. If you are in Sokoto and you cannot get education, then you don't fit in. If you are in Bayelsa and you cannot get empowered in one way or the other, you don't fit into the system because there will be total competition.
But if restructuring you are talking about is the restructuring of your own stomach, because some of our politicians are talking about restructuring, but restructuring they are talking about is their own stomach.
Restructuring is the way to go. I think the government has to listen, and then if the government has another opinion, contrary opinion, they also have to lay it down, and the superior one has to be the best. For me, that is the only way to do things.
So when you restructure, it destroys all these dangerous elements that are destroying the country. That's my own personal opinion anyway.